Let's do it right. Let's start from the top. Okay. So, I have this person, Laura Loomer, and I have a story to tell you. Okay. And how that story starts is many years ago, many moons, long before a horrendous amount of plastic surgery. She started in the weirdest shit ever. Loomer, really? What do you mean, Loomer, really? She started off fucking weird. I'm about to call her a racist, okay? Give me time. Let me cook. Jesus.
Proud Islamophobe and outspoken far-right.
Do you realize the video I chose? Like, quite literally, this woman was so Islamophobic, she got banned from fucking Uber, dudes. She got banned from Uber. Uber, like, will let anybody keep riding with them unless, like, somehow you go ahead and make it a legitimate thing. It's insane.
Activist Laura Loomer just won the Republican primary for the U.S. House District in Florida.
So this was 4 years ago, right? The House District in Florida with Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Laura Loomer won the primary there. So there was actually a chance that this freak woman would be going ahead and having some ability to actually pull the levers of power within, in my opinion, the greatest country on earth, or merely the ability for us to test out crazy shit and somehow, some way, end up doing overall better-ish, you know? We do hamper some things. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like, that's obvious. I don't have an issue with it, but I like America. It's just kind of what it is. That's a bias. I'm gonna have that bias, you know? That's just kind of it. Like, you know I have that. I like America a lot, you know? I don't like some parts of America, but they can change, and that's what I like about the system. I like the idea of democracy. I like the concept of being able to change and rectify and make things better. I think through everything made by humans can therefore be destroyed by humans. And that is every structure that we placed upon us. And I think that there is something empowering just about that simple modus of the way we have a democracy. At this moment, you know, she stands like hanged between, you know, an absolutely terrifying possibility, a terrifying quandary, but I nonetheless do support that liberty to begin with, right? Saying you like the greatest country on earth does not require caveats. I do have caveats, because even the greatest of things, even the most perfect of wines, all right, is still going to have a bitterness to it, okay? The reason why America's great is because it's flawed, and because we can fix those flaws. And that's my shit, okay?
That's home to Donald Trump and his Mar-a-Lago resort. Here are 5 things you should know about her. During the 2016 US presidential elections, she was working for Project Veritas, a right-wing sting operation led by conservative political activist James O'Keefe, during which she wore a black modest dress worn by Muslim women and asked for a ballot under the name Huma Abedin, a woman of Indian and Pakistani descent who was the vice chair of Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. In June 2017, she disrupted the public theater's rendition of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar in Central Park, which portrayed Caesar as a Trump-like figure who was brutally murdered.
Freedom. Stop the normalization of political violence against the right.
The one thing is, though, you can't say she has been saying this for years, you know? But, like, again, yeah, like, the whole idea of, like, Caesar and whatnot is, like, you're doing a Mad King thing. Bro, if you're going into thespian circles, do you think this is gonna work out for you? Do you think this is gonna work out for you, my guy? Obviously fucking not, okay? Ronald Reagan fucked this up for you guys, like, years upon years ago, decades, if you will, even, dude.
This is unacceptable. You cannot
get off the stage.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause. We're going to pause. Security.
This is violence.
Security, please.
I also want to say this. I don't actually have, like, an inherent dislike of, like, protests like this. This is just non-violent. She's just yelling a lot. This is fine, right? That's just it. The lesson was killing Caesar didn't save the Republican state of dictatorship. Well, yeah. I mean,
during the outburst,
killing Caesar, it's not that it didn't save the Republic, because it brought us Augustus, right? Augustus, I mean, he is like, you know, the He was like among the best. Okay. I don't know how that works. Okay? I don't know how that works. Stop saying it like that. What?
She used to work for far-right social media platform Rebel News.
Benevolent dictators. Man, you gotta understand, right? This is the way I look at it, Critical Rad. Here's how I look at it, my guy, is that in like around negative, like what, 200, 100 BCE, I think benevolent dictator is probably better than some of the shit that was even happening in the 1600s, okay? Better than Nero by a mile, my guy.
Which is fairly outspoken on its anti-Muslim and racist views.
March against Sharia! There's no such thing as an Islamic feminist. Bring awareness, because there's no such thing as an Islamic feminist. Islam and feminism incompatible.
In November 2017, Loomer was banned from rideshare apps Uber and Lyft after tagging them in a tweet that read, "Someone needs to create a non-Islamic form of Uber or Lyft because..."
I hate to laugh at this, right? But like, imagine how absurd it is to be like, they just need to make a whites-only Lyft. Like, what the, like, bro.
Because I never want to support another Islamic immigrant driver. She followed it with another tweet that said, Uber will literally hire an Islamic terrorist, but they will ban a conservative journalist for addressing legitimate safety concerns. She was also banned from using the food delivery app.
Bro, she lost her fucking Uber Eats. She lost her Uber Eats before she knew she was gonna need it, dude. She had to deal with Grubhub and friggin' DoorDash. There you go. Yeah, she got cut off, bro. Look, dude, imagine not being able to get that Cane's chicken, bro, delivered to you.
Uber Eats. She was eventually
non-Islamic and whites only is not the same thing, though. Yeah, she's anti-Islamic more than she's whites only.
Banned from Twitter in November 2018 after criticizing US Congresswoman Ilhan Omar for her faith.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
They said that this tweet is a violation of their terms of service for hateful conduct. Ilhan is pro-Sharia. Ilhan is pro-FGM, which is female genital mutilation. Ilhan is anti-Jewish.
What is with her blinking? Her blinking is so weird. What the fuck is that?
Ilhan is pro-Sharia. Ilhan is pro-FGM, which is female
genital. Is it weird? She blinks like random eyes. Am I wrong about this?
Service for hateful conduct. Ilhan is pro-Sharia. Ilhan is pro-FGM, which is female genital.
No, she's just blinking her eyes randomly. It's not like the spackle or anything like that. Heavy eyelashes? I mean, I understand. Is that really? Because the thing is, like, I hate to say it, guys. All right, I hate to say it. It is similar to a certain cold-blooded kingdom of animals that roams the terrestrial earth, not the aquatic one. Though sometimes they do. I don't want to, you know, I'm not even saying it like, that's like what that is. It's like chameleon fucking blinking. Is this anti-Semitic? I'm trying to get moving past the anti-Semitism thing because it's literally gecko shit. Okay, like I'm waiting for her fucking tongue to like come up and like clean out her contact lenses or some shit. Because you know that she probably wears glasses. She may have really heavy falsies or threaded. They are huge. I'm just saying, it's weird and I don't want to do it, but like it's gecko shit, dude. It just, she's recording this video to post to her shit. Like, just do it well. Just do it right. Do it well. Do it right. Move forward, man. Loomer is Ashkenazi. I know! This is the problem! Oh, I hope nobody tells Wick about this. I know he's been sharpening his knives. He apparently, I've heard this, and this is just a rumor, okay? Just a rumor. That he has taken on the code name, the Bear Jew Friend. And I'm terrified of what that means. I am terrified of what that means. Okay?
genital mutilation. Ilhan is anti-Jewish. You know, Mr. President, please do something. I'm asking you now for the second time, because if you want to win in 2020, you need to ensure that your supporters have a voice on social media.
She has since been banned on Instagram, Facebook, Medium, PayPal, Venmo, and GoFundMe for her far-right and anti-Muslim views.
She's a run-of-the-mill Islamophobe. Oh, this is what you posted. This is what you posted in the fucking Discord. So, the thing is, Loomer is an Islamophobe, but she's really connected with Trump. She's not part of the inner circle. She's not getting paid. But there's been some stuff going around lately, right, that we've gotten to see the way that they are as people and whatnot. Where is this opening? Oh, here we go. All right. You guys might remember this, and I found a way to make it a little bit more palatable for us all, okay, by also bringing in, a fun sound, right? A fun sound from, again, it's a chill little thing, right? A chill little, groovy little thing. But this guy, Donald Trump, went up on a debate stage and said that they're eating the dogs and they're eating the cats in Springfield, Ohio. Absolutely roundly mocked for. And of course, the little sycophantic drones that follow him go ahead and parrot that exact same thing. They've only heard it as they are something in a zoo from behind the glass. They won't be touched. He saw it on TV. That's his argument for why he did it. He saw it on TV. He's just the lowest information freak. That's what he depends on, right? And, of course, it would be meaningful, right, if Donald Trump didn't have people like this, all right, like this, Kristi Noem, known dog killer, okay, who, in a fit of bloodlust, went ahead, walked across her yard, killed the family dog, and then was like, this goat headbutted me. This goat did exactly what it normally does. I'm going to kill it, and then left them in a gravel pit. Okay? This dog-killing woman, all right? Maybe she's trying to bury her secrets, but this dog killer is campaigning for this freak. I'm a little more worried about this fucking campaign around my fucking pets. Okay? Because at the end of the day, she is doing rat shit. Watch this shit.
The governor of South Dakota is Kristi Noem, and she joins me here in New York City. Governor, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Welcome to New York.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate that.
What are you doing in New York?
I don't know. I'm anxious to get back home.
I'm sure you are. Well, let's do this first.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll wait till the interview's over.
Okay. In your new book, it's called No Going Back. You include a story about shooting your dog, despite your team telling you not to put that in the book. I have to say the decision didn't go down well. To include the story about the dog, it's not gone down well. Many people are questioning your political future.
Well, I don't think you have the facts straight. This was a vicious, dangerous dog that was a working dog. And I had to make a choice between the safety of my children and an animal that was killing livestock and attacking people. So it's...
Or put it up for adoption. And guess what? Somebody will probably come pick it up. If it's a work dog, and they'll figure it out. Somebody who's competent, somebody who's cognizant, right? I'm not going to throw Loki out into the cold and let him die. All right? A dog misbehaving is a reflection of your failure as a trainer. Sammy, good afternoon, love you. It is a failure of her as a person. It's inhuman. It's disgusting. It's repulsive. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I can't deal with these ghouls who openly brag of their ability to murder. Going ahead, clutching pearls over 2 geese that get murdered. And lying about cats. She shot because she didn't train it.
Included because a lot of politicians run from the truth.
Was it a puppy?
They try to hide from tough decisions. It was a very hard decision for me. It was 20 years ago.
Was it a puppy?
No, it was an adult working dog. It was an adult working dog that was attacking livestock.
That's a lie. You said the dog was not even 2. That's a lie. It's a bald-faced lie, Christy.
14
months old.
And killing livestock.
The dog was 14 months old.
It was a year and a half old, the dog was, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 years old at the very lowest for some breeds. And if it's a working dog, it's not a small dog. So it's probably closer to 3 when it's actually done growing and developing. Okay? 2 years old is a low fucking bar. 2 years old is a low fucking bar. That's a puppy, you puppy killing freak. What? What? Did you look at its undercarriage and you didn't like how big it was, so you knew it wouldn't sate your freak shit, and you need to get another one? Fucking.
Do you think it was good
literal dog groomer
politics to include that story?
Okay, that's a good joke, though. You gotta give me that one.
That has been a story that's been out there for years, Stuart. People, my political opponents have used it for years, so I want people to know the truth on it.
Do you still think you could?
Yeah, because you're proud of it. Because you don't understand why people think this is fucked up. Okay, you don't get it. Because anybody with half a fucking brain that knows how to actually do anything with dogs knows that you give them a little patience at 13 to 14 months. Anybody who has any deal in raising dogs understands that it's on you if they are mistrained. This is more of the same from the party that evades responsibility, and it's disgusting.
Book is about.
Could you be the vice president of Donald Trump?
I tell you what, the only person who decides that is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the only person who will decide who his vice president is.
And have you talked
and I trust him to pick the person
since the dog story emerged recently?
Yes, I talk to Donald Trump often, absolutely. And I will tell you one thing, is that he needs somebody who will help him win. And I have told him that I have supported him from the very beginning.
I mean, let's be real here. Honestly, he might need a fucking shooter the way things have been going lately, if you know what I mean. Planet for Weirdos. Good afternoon, love you.
When he was in the White House, I was on offense every day in South Dakota. I was fighting for my people. He was helping me.
Yeah, your people, you know, in your false state, your bullshit state that was created on the basis of racism against Lakota tribes. Yeah, your people.
We bring solutions to them, and I
hate the Dakotas, by the way, and I'm not going to fucking hide that. South Dakota and North Dakota need to be one fucking state immediately.
To get him back in the White House so I can continue to do my job and continue to protect freedom and liberty in South Dakota. So he knows that I just want him to win, and that I'll do whatever I can to help.
If you were writing the book today, would you include the dog story?
You know, this is a wonderful book. Did you read the book?
Not yet.
Oh, you should. The first chapter.
But the question stands.
The whole first.
Still, the same shilling salesmanship that you see from every one of these. Buy my book. You need to read it. It's a really good book, other than the part where I got bloodlusted and killed a puppy.
If you were writing it today,
yes, I'm
would
proud
you
of this
include
book.
the dog story?
I'm proud of this book. If you read the first chapter, it's all about when there's
I just got back from the hospital, and they said I have the IQ of a chicken nugget. Blessed R-word gang saved my life. They're going to BR jihad the world with nuclear love bombs and destroy hate.
Just like we're going to BR jihad these dog-killing freaks. All right? Thank you for the 317. Good afternoon, love you. All right? We're going to jihad them with holy war, the holy war of our whole words and stuff like that. It's not going to be violent at all. Like, literally, most of you can't leave the house. Let's be real here, okay? Planet for Weirdos, good afternoon, love you. This is the woman who shot a dog. Yes, correct. Planet for Weirdos. Thank you very much for the 317 ties.
Being started, when you turn on the news today and all you see that's happening on these college campuses and what's going on with supporting Hamas and the pro-terrorist organizations, the first chapter in this book covers the riots that happened at the RNC at the White House and how that started with Antifa, and the fact that this president that's in the White House, Joe Biden, will not shut this down, and that they're chanting hatred towards the Jewish people and exterminating them. That's what people should be talking about, Stuart.
Yeah, because whether you like it or not, okay, it's called free speech. We let people do it. You can have disagreements with parts of it, you know, whatever. But at the same moment that you realize this, there's a reason why Trump is allowed to say that he's going to uproot and deport millions of people. He's going to deport legal residents from Springfield, Ohio, based on your lies about dog killing. and cat killing and Haitian immigrants. He has threatened to deport 4,000 legal residents, which is disgusting. Rezi, you're from South Dakota. Hannah, I will be. We'll talk about it another time, okay?
And so I know that a lot of people are using attacks and trying to take me down because they're scared of me. Listen, I've run 12 campaigns and all I've done is one. I win everything that I do.
Support you on shooting the dog.
I'm honest.
I mean, you didn't win the vice presidency, did you little freak?
Well, I've heard a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people that say, "Listen, this was 20 years ago. 50 states
with emails.
50 states have a law on the books.
You're going to be on, and we've been consumed with emails saying, "I won't vote for this person. I won't vote for Trump if he puts her in the vice presidential spot."
Well, I'll tell you, Stuart. I'm sorry you're not hearing from real Americans that live on farms and ranches, because.
Yeah, but you are. Like, this is absolutely insane. Like, you guys know, my parents have 2 dogs. The one, Boomer, he's young, very young, bit feral. Okay, it's complicated. We're not going to get into it. I don't fully understand it. Boomer is a pain in the ass. He pisses me off to no end. I despise everything about the way that he hits me in the nuts when I take him outside, and he whines like just some. But at the end of the day, I acknowledge he's a baby. There is a frustration and an anger inside of me. But he is a baby, and when no one else is around and it's just me and him, okay, I'll go sit out on the porch. It'll just be me and him outside there. You know what happens? He sits right next to me, doesn't say a word. He can be a good dog, but, you just gotta do it. That's it. You gotta help them. They're children. You have to raise them. Kristi Noem obviously doesn't know how to raise children.
Every state has a law in the books that allows for animals that are killing livestock and attacking people to be handled this way.
Okay.
And so I made a decision as a mom, and I'm a grandma, that the safety of my children and the safety of people was what I needed to decide on, basis protecting them from a very dangerous animal.
Okay, I'll move on to something much more positive. We've seen you.
I don't care. You don't get a positive light when you get bloodlusted and just start killing for sport, okay? And the thing is, it's not just Kristi Noem that kills for sport, right? We have the Trump elephant thing. You guys remember that? You guys remember this, right? This dipshit, all right, going ahead, having cut off the tail of an elephant. This is sport killing. Okay? Sport killing. It's absurd. I hate sport killing. There are starving people in this world. Okay? And these people are going for fucking sport killing. It's ridiculous. I hate it. Because that's what they are. They're just things to be gone ahead and thrown around. Right? But what do these schools do? They go ahead, they put on their fucking human faces. Okay? They put on their human faces and they lie to you because they know what you care about. You care about your cats, you care about your family and everything like that. They drive you into fear and they lie to you to do that. And when I say they lie to you to do that, all right, I'm talking about this freak. All right, this goddamn vampire-looking motherfucker. Okay.
So the mayor of Springfield, Ohio, Rob Rue, said, quote, all these
fake
federal
Appalachian, fake countryman, fake freak
that have negatively spun our city, they need to know.
Dana Bash is just, I don't know. I have mixed feelings. But not really anything meaningful.
Oh, they're hurting our city, and it was their words that did it. Before Donald Trump talked about eating dogs and cats on a debate stage, it was you, Senator, who first elevated this baseless rumor. These are your constituents. So why are you putting them at risk by continuing to spread claims about Haitian immigrants, despite officials in your state saying that there's no evidence and pleading for you to stop?
Well, Dana, first of all, what's putting the residents of Springfield at risk, which was a town completely ignored by the American media until Donald Trump and I started surfacing some of these concerns, is that they can't afford housing, they can't afford health care. The schools have been overwhelmed, the hospitals have been overwhelmed, and they're overwhelmed because Kamala Harris allowed 20,000 Haitian migrants to get dropped into a small Ohio town.
So, rather than going ahead and saying, oh, we have these issues, all right, our hospitals are not doing well because COVID pushed a lot of people out of healthcare. Our schools aren't doing well because we pay our teachers shit, and we, you know, you have to get like a education that will barely pay itself off, right? All of these things are what the issues are. Let's find somebody to blame it on, and let's lie to draw attention to it. It's bad enough that Americans cannot get what they need. It's bad enough. Why can't we go on about that? Is there a reason why we can't go on about that? Because then we can just ignore the actual issues of our institutions not being able to go ahead and sustain us. Again, when we're the greatest country ever, the richest country on the face of planet Earth. It is obfuscation. It is repulsive. Absolutely repulsive.
Town of about 40,000 people, and it's completely overwhelmed the services. Now, you ask, why have I talked about some of the things that I've been talking about? Let me just say this. My constituents have brought approximately a dozen separate concerns to me. 10 of them are verifiable and confirmable, and a couple of them I talk about because my constituents are telling me firsthand that they're seeing these things.
So, he says this, right, about his constituents, okay? Now, I did some work. Okay, I went ahead, I scried a little bit, I asked some questions, I just used my Google Foo, and I found a good bit of 2 people specifically, okay? The 2 people that have been talking about this in public, which made them run with this, right? Literally made them run with this, okay? We have the woman that went ahead, sparked the Trump's migrant pet-eating hoax, comes forward. The woman who appears to have inadvertently sparked a viral far-right hoax that Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio are kidnapping and eating people's cats and dogs has come forward to say she regrets that her social media posts caused so much confusion. Former President Donald Trump even promoted the claim at the presidential debate on Tuesday and had to be shut down by moderators. Meanwhile, schools in the area have had to be evacuated for bomb threats, including one that specifically mentioned the false claims. It turns out that the rumor can be traced to one woman's Facebook post reported at NBC, and she is coming forward to apologize for all of that. And this, I believe, has the interview on it. I might be wrong, but we'll find out, won't we, guys?
Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio are eating local pets has now led to a flood of threats in the city. Last night, organizers were forced to cancel a meeting at their Haitian community center. NBC's Maggie Vespa is in nearby Columbus, Ohio. Maggie, good morning.
Hey, Willie, good morning. Yeah, a slew of headlines coming out of Springfield, and actually the latest overnight, Wittenberg University in Springfield canceling all in-person activities on campus after administrators said they received an email threatening a potential shooting on campus, specifically targeting members of the Haitian community. And in the safety alert that went out overnight to students and staff, administrators referencing that local uptick in threats against area schools, government buildings, and hospitals. All of this since Tuesday's debate, when former President Trump on stage repeated that viral and local officials stress baseless claim that Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio are stealing and eating people's pets. And again, Springfield officials say that is patently false and there is no evidence or reports to support that claim. But nevertheless, the uptick in threats was enough last night to force members of the Haitian community to cancel what was supposed to be an in-person meeting at their community center where people wanted to talk about how all of this has been impacting them. People telling us outside what was supposed to be.
I do want to be clear. The people that are fucking with these people are terrorists. They are terrorists, and that's what they are. My bad, be nice. Yeah, never threaten people. I don't do that. I don't do that shit. Fuck that. These people are terrorists on their face, and I hope that justice is served. They should be found. They should have some sort of consequence, because this is the most repulsive and disgusting parts of the remnants of what was in this country, not what is. It's time to become goddamn unburdened. Okay.
The meeting that they've been getting threatening phone calls. Parents have been keeping their kids home from school. And then we heard this story.
I was talking to my friend like recently and said one of the Haitian guy got punched on his eye.
How does that sit with, like, how do you deal with that?
Actually, that's why we're here. We're trying to help with all these kind of things. Like, it's really, really, really bad here.
Yeah, so amid all...
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. It is bad. And, you know, honestly, that guy, I mean, you know, for what it's worth, when you got to think about what you should do, you know, this is the way that I think it's, I would describe it, right? Is that you do have to just respond with that work. You know, I remember Sunday was talking about this the one time, about how voting is like the last thing that you need to be thinking about doing, right? You got all this other work. That's the work you got to do. Supporting your community, getting people together, bringing people together, and doing well by them. You know, that's the, if you're going to be looking at like political effectivity, that's probably the most effective. Period. You know, organize. I mean, that's the thing. We have people in the chat even who've done some like amazing stuff, right? All right, whatever. We'll do this TikTok. Ugh. Rabbit Wombat, good afternoon, love you. Okay, we'll do this TikTok. I hate myself, by the way.
He started a rumor on Facebook that Haitians were stealing and eating people's pets, has now come out and said that she's sorry. She didn't think it would get this far and that she's not racist. But what do you notice about this letter behind me? It says, foreigners and Haitians out. These symbols up here are symbols of the Klan. They are in the Haitians' position. I'd be terrified.
Erica Lee is the person who originally went ahead and put this out. All right? And that seems to be the initial locus because that's where NBC News found it from, right? Ultimately, there is the guy that Trump saw on TV. Well, he had some things to say as well, okay?
They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them. And I ain't never seen no fucking cat and dog get ate in my life, and I never fucking said that. I said something about a goose, and somebody told me they see somebody grab a fucking goose up and cut his fucking head off. And
mind you, this freak did say, I saw them pick up the goose. I saw them. I saw them. Not someone told me I saw them. Okay? Absolutely insane.
That's what the fuck I said. But
no, you're just lying, dude. Chill.
When you ask me, do I regret it? Hell yeah. And then we got to deal with motherfucking schools getting closed down. We got to deal with motherfucking all the government buildings getting closed down. We got to do interviews at the police station because weird shit is going on. I don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah. Sorry. Results of your actions. Okay? Results of your actions. This is what happens when you lie and you hurt a group of people. Results of your actions, dude. Like, this is it. You said you went to City Hall. You said you saw this. And you lie to us in our faces. Now, mind you, this guy does have a politics channel. Don't know what it is. Not going to tell you about it. But this is the lie that he perpetuated. And now his day-to-day is getting screwed up. But who is the person within Trump's cohort that is actually spreading this? And that's where we return to Laura Loomer. Right? Now, Laura Loomer, as we mentioned earlier, is a far-right conspiracy theorist. She says a lot of insane shit about Islam, liberals, Democrats, anyone she doesn't agree with, really. Okay? Because, well, she had this to say about Vice President Kamala Harris. Okay? On Twitter. And now it has been limited visibility. If Kamala Harris wins, the White House will smell like curry, and White House speeches will be facilitated by a call center. And the American people will only be able to convey their feedback through a customer satisfaction survey at the end of a call that nobody will understand. Now, mind you, probably not, is my guess. Okay? I'm pretty sure they're not going to have a call center for people to call in. I think they'll probably still do press conferences. Remember, the Biden White House It's been a little bit better than the Trump White House on press conferences, even. Given, I guess, by the end of it, it started trailing off and they couldn't really figure out somebody to do in the first place. But, you know, whatever. That's neither here nor there. Regardless, I don't think that's a problem, right? To begin with. But everything Loomer is saying here is very specifically just digging at the fact that Kamala Harris is part South Asian, part black. It's ghoul behavior, okay? You can't pretend Laura Loomer isn't doing ghoul behavior here. And the worst person you know was the one who called it out. Marjorie Taylor, the Jews have space lasers to start our fire. Our wildfires. Marjorie Taylor Greene says this about Laura Loomer's post. This is appalling and extremely racist. It does not represent who we are as Republican or MAGA. Does not represent Trump. This type of behavior should not be tolerated ever. Laura Loomer should take this down. Little bit of history lesson for you guys. Laura and I used to be friends going back to 2018. I used to defend her and support her. In this post here. I endorsed her first run for Congress, donated her, and fundraised for her, and then she lost. And then when she ran against Daniel Webster, I told her to run in another district so she could win. But she refused. When I didn't endorse her, she turned on me and began attacking me and lying about me. I still advocated for her to get her former Twitter account back, now X account. Laura has lied so much about me and others like Matt Gaetz, even though we are President Trump's most loyal and fierce elected members of Congress. She breaks a few good stories here and there, but there are many others she embellishes or flat out lies. However, her attacks have no bearing on me, nor am I concerned with what she says. As a matter of fact, outside of a bubble on this platform, shout out Brittany Bent, Simon, most regular people don't know who she is. But when it comes down to posts that are flat out racist, hateful, and make President Trump look bad, she needs to be responsible and delete them. Because that's the truth. You know? They're just gonna fight together because it's totally cool about the Jewish space lasers, and then we need a all-white Uber, no Middle Easterners, non-Islamic Uber service. That's it. Right? But it's not over. Because you know what? Laura Loomer wasn't done. She went on the warpath. Because she realizes it's not just Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's every single one of these people sitting out there. And of course, what does Loomer criticize? Well, Lindsey Graham for being gay. Graham just went off on toxic Laura Loomer and advised Trump to make sure this doesn't become a bigger story. Laura Loomer. Lindsey Graham has never been loyal to President Trump. He got booed in his own state at a Trump rally. He was booed off the stage because he's disloyal to Trump and the American people. He probably shouldn't be giving out advice to Trump. The prayers of Trump, Graham is doing a great disservice to the Republican Party and to our country. P.S. When is Lindsey Graham coming out of the closet? We all know you're gay, Lindsey, and that's okay. It's okay. It's 2024. There's nothing wrong with gay people. I like men too. You and I have something in common we can bond over. Just be honest about it. No one is going to judge you for being open about who you are. And to be fair to Laura Loomer, we see that she practiced some restraint. Ex-Normie, good afternoon. Love you, Bonza, good afternoon. Love. She practiced some restraint by not just adding the F slur at the end of it. Because, you know, yeah. Yep. You know she wanted to. You know she just wanted to throw it in there, just get a little bit extra, right? Kuka, good afternoon, love you. And finally, this person, Laura Loomer, has been roundly condemned. All right? Not just by, Lindsey Graham, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tom Tillis joined in. All right, so 2 senators and 1 representative in the House have gone ahead and said, we need Loomer to go the fuck away. Joint statement with Lindsey Graham and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Republicans will work to ensure Donald Trump is elected our next president. While the Republican Party represents broad diversity of thought and opinions, it is critical we do not allow the Democrats and mainstream media to have anyone's comments, which are at their core bigoted and racist, speak on behalf of President Trump and other Republicans on the ballot. We're glad to see President Trump make it clear that he disavows Laura Loomer's offensive comments. Ditching Joe Biden has united Democrats behind a radical leftist who is trying to make this campaign about whatever. Who gives a shit? Okay, it's the same slop that they go ahead and just all the fucking time about, man. Okay, but how far away is she really? Okay, how far away is she really? Because this is what Trump put out, right? This is what Trump ended up putting out about Laura Loomer, all right?
Former President Trump defending some of his more recent controversial decisions during a news conference in California. He did that before heading to the battleground state of Nevada for a rally this evening.
Meanwhile, Vice President Harris is reaching out to voters in Pennsylvania. Natalie Brand with more details on the road to the White House.
Speaking at his Los Angeles golf club, former President Donald Trump says he will not debate Vice President Kamala Harris again. Reporters also pressed Trump.
Literal coward, doesn't know how to run a campaign, so fucking stupid. Do another debate. It's literally the only chance you have. Like, you have to do it. You have to do it, dude.
Pennsylvania. Natalie Brand with more details on the road to the White House.
Speaking at his Los Angeles golf club, former President Donald Trump says he will not debate Vice President Kamala Harris again. Reporters also pressed Trump on doubling down on his false assertion that migrants in Springfield, Ohio are abducting and eating people's pets. City officials say there's no evidence.
I can say this, we will do large deportations from Springfield, Ohio.
And he defended traveling with Laura Loomer, the far-right social media activist who posted a racist comment about Vice President Harris's Indian heritage.
She's literally on the plane. She's not getting paid. She's not within the campaign. She's on the plane, though.
I can't tell Laura what to do. Laura's a supporter. I have a lot of supporters, but I don't know what exactly.
Republicans on Capitol Hill, from Marjorie Taylor Greene to Tom Tillis, have come out against Loomer. Senator Tillis calling
It's doofy. A lot of this is doofy. I'm eating a cracker, okay?
her, quote, a crazy conspiracy theorist who regularly utters disgusting garbage intended to divide Republicans. The Harris campaign has been trying to win over disillusioned Republicans nationwide. Today, the vice president is campaigning in the battleground state of Pennsylvania, in parts of the state that traditionally vote Republican. Harris's running mate, Governor Tim Walz, campaigning in battleground Michigan, alluded to the strategy behind making an appeal to the middle.
Oh my God, this is just shit audio. Okay. NBC News needs to work on their leftist audio. But regardless of all this, so Loomer comes off the plane, and we know that Loomer is close in the Trump allyship. Right now, the question is how close? Because ever since Laura Loomer started this attack with Kamala, right, and getting into slap fights on Twitter with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lindsey Graham, well, there's some new accusations coming forward. Accusations that I didn't really know how to go ahead and show you guys, because generally I try to avoid this, but I did find Laura Loomer actually responding to that, so we're going to be actually looking at that as well. As to the people that made these allegations, right? Bill Maher, who said, I think Trump and Loomer are banging. All right?
Question, because Laura Loomer said, Taylor.
It's just so Bill Maher, when he's on. Usually, I cannot stand the guy, though,
Swift, she believes, is in an arranged relationship with Travis Kelce to influence the 2024 election. I think maybe Laura Loomer's in an arranged relationship to affect the election because she's very close to Trump. She's 31, looks like his type. We did an editorial here a few years ago. You're remembering it already. It was basically, who's Trump fucking? Because I said, it's not nobody. He's been a dog for too long, and it's not Melania. I think we may have our answer this week. I think.
What? That's nuts. That's nuts, dude. Why is this dude so unlikable? Because he's a liberal. Okay, he is like the gutter of liberalism. Like, he's not even like a centrist liberal. He's just an annoying contrarian Lieberman type liberal. Okay, that's it. Ha ha ha, clap, clap heart. Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. He just does like the kind of like seal clapping shit, like wholesale, right? Why do people think Trump isn't banging his hot wife? Because his hot wife is in a different state from him most of the time. She's not on the campaign trail with him. She hasn't been. She wasn't even in the White House for a large portion of the Trump presidency. Yeah. I don't know if she's physically repulsed by him. I couldn't say that. I know I am. But, you know, hey, maybe somebody's really into that. You know, I'm sure somebody at some point thought I was attractive. I'm glad I hurt them, but, you know, it's okay. You know, anyways, he's not the only one, right? And I've actually been trying to find this tweet because we found it the other day, and I think he actually took it down. But Milo, all right, the person who claims he's no longer homosexual because he's found the Catholic God and advocates for the murder of people who go ahead and deface Catholic stuff, or just generally are, you know, slutty and shit. You know, curious about that, but you know, we can. Well, that's a tool we'll keep for later. Okay, Milo, all right, another one of the worst people that you know. All right, he says, Laura Loomer is telling our mutual friends that her intimate relationship with the president led to his best blowjob of his life. His words, according to Loomer. So, we got a lot of people talking about this. And thankfully, guys, I gotta tell you, I searched it up and I found it myself and I didn't put the timestamp in, and it's Rumble, so this is gonna it's fine. It's just the player can be kind of shitty sometimes, okay? I found her actually responding to these allegations. And I want to show that because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want to speculate. One, because I don't really want to think about it, right? I just don't. You know what I mean? That's it. I just don't want to know about that. I don't want to know about it. It's just odd to me. But what Laura Loomer did over on Rumble was this. To respond to these things. All right? Directly responding to Bill Maher, it appears. All right? Here we go.
News media talking heads to accuse me of
Also, if you think Bill Maher is the news media, you're sadly mistaken. He's a shit talker and kind of a weirdo. It's okay.
having an affair. How disgusting.
And I do want to remind everybody, if you do enjoy the stream or the video, remember to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and consider supporting us in the many ways that we go ahead and outline in the description below. Thank you very much for your support.
How disgusting. Play the clip.
Where is he getting this from? Well, he's got a new bullshit whisperer named Laura Loomer. Of course that's her name. Laura Loomer. There she is. He's with her everywhere now. For MAGA people, she's like for people who find Marjorie Taylor Greene too intellectual.
All right, guys, that was pretty okay. That was pretty funny, bro. That was pretty funny. I'm gonna give him that one. I got a good chuckle out of that. He got me. He got me. Okay, he got me. I understand if you don't like me, but yeah, he just said yeah.
Crazy shit. She believes in it. Birtherism. She's a 9/11 truther, crisis actor, Pizzagate, rigged elections. You've heard of Florida Man? She's Florida Woman. Did you see this? She ate dog food. Am I making that up? You saw that, right? Like a Haitian. No. I'm kidding. But listen to this. Now there's a bitch fight within the Republican Party. I love this because, yes, Marjorie Taylor Greene, the voice of sanity, has come out against Laura Loomer. Says she's too far right. Says she's a racist. Now Loomer has accused Marjorie Taylor Greene. She says Marjorie Taylor Greene is an anti-Semite, and she cheats on her husband. And she said, I can't believe I have to report this. She said her lady parts resemble an Arby's sandwich, which is so offensive to.
To be clear, she was referring to the beef and cheddars.
Arby's. And then Lindsey Graham, the other Real Housewives cast member, got involved, and he's attacking Laura Loomer, says she's toxic, and she posted back, "We know you're gay, Lindsey." Well, let's see David Muir fact check that.
So we have the other clip, though, of him falsely accusing me of having an affair, which is absolute lies and just crazy, weird. I don't know where he's getting this from. But I will say, you did see that.
This is the worst response. Holy shit. This is the worst way to respond to it. I just don't know how he's getting that idea, dude. I just don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, how could it be like this? Why would people be saying that I'm sucking his dick? Like, bro, like, I understand. Oh my God, that's insane.
The audience laughed about what I said about Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lindsey Graham, and I would love David Muir to fact check my claims about Lindsey Graham being gay. It's 2024. Why are you hiding the fact that you're gay? I mean, look, there's support groups, Lindsey, for people like you who are living a life positive. And you know, maybe Lindsey Graham would actually like me. And I don't know. I've had some ideas, and I've been brainstorming here, but. You know, Lindsey, we have a lot in common. I like men too. Maybe I should be your wing woman. You know, why don't we go out one night and, you know, we can go meet some men together. How about it? You got to come out of the closet, Lindsey. It's 2024. I mean, imagine being a senator. You're one of the most powerful people in this country, and you're lying about being gay. We all know you're gay. Just admit it. So.
I also want to just say this. Let's say Lindsey Graham is gay. Don't come out, dude, if you don't want to. Like, do what you gotta do. You know, take it at your own pace. That's not on anybody else to say. Like, that's just fucked. You know what I mean? It's like, I know she's obviously not an ally, right? But, like, it's just like, who gives a shit what he's fucking? You know? Not if you're an anti-gay politician. Is he? Yeah, well, at this point, they are defending gay marriage, right? Like, at this point, like, the Republicans know that, like, that is something that they're really struggling to go ahead and push back. The abortion shit was fine. The gay marriage thing, I think it's less. I still just don't like speculating on it regardless. Okay? That's it. Lindsey Graham, run-of-the-mill, annoying Republican. You can mostly forget anything he says. It doesn't really mean anything. The only time it meant something was when McCain was alive. He's been a husk of himself ever since, and, well, maybe she has a point.
Well, I don't think that they're going to contest what I said or call that a conspiracy theory. But this is certainly a lie, what Bill Maher said next. Let's go ahead and play the clip.
Laura Loomer. May we talk about her for
To bring her,
right.
He brought her to a 9/11 remembrance,
yes,
which is obscene.
Well, she's a truther, right? A 9/11 truther. And by the way,
yes,
in the 23 years since 9/11, at the beginning, there was a lot of truthers. I mean, you know, you don't know what happened at first. People sent me a lot of videos. I watched them all. I said, you know, I don't trust anybody in the media these days. I'm doing the deep dive. Okay, even most of the people at the beginning who were 9/11 truthers have fallen away. It's just not even a thing anymore. Everybody gets it. It involved, to think that George Bush, question, ready?
I think I should sue him. I think that I should sue Bill.
Might be Laura Loomer. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know what his...
Because I'm going to cut all of this, like almost all of the fucking stuff out from this interview and shit. He doesn't know anything. No one knows anything. They're just talking shit, dude. That's all that this is. It's all just talking shit, okay? Laura Loomer took it very seriously.
Really disgusting. And like I said, I had a conversation with my lawyer about that today, and I think I should sue him. I think that I should sue Bill Maher because that's defamation. I mean, obviously that's not true, and it's a lie, and it's disgusting, and it's also deeply offensive, and also just really crass to be insinuating something like that. You know, when President Trump is a married man, and he has a wife, the First Lady, Melania Trump, who I have nothing but respect for, and I just think that Bill Maher really crossed the line with that, and it's interesting to see how the left-wing media...
Okay, bro, you literally are trying to out somebody in the last part of the segment you did. How do you jump from like one level of like just being like a sexually judgmental person to be like, this is wrong when you do it though. You're doing this and it's wrong because it's mean to me. Absolutely insane, dude.
That loves talking about how, oh my God, Donald Trump is so mean to women. Oh, he's so mean. He's such a misogynist. JD Vance made...
No, he's not. I mean, I don't even know if he's a misogynist. All I know is that he is liable for damages in civil court due to a rape.
Fun of childless cat ladies. Donald Trump's a rapist. I mean...
Sorry, I gotta take that again. We gotta do that one again. We gotta do that one again. That's an alert.
JD Vance made fun of childless cat ladies. Donald Trump's a rapist. I mean, all these bullshit lies that they say over and over again to try to make women voters not want to vote for Trump. How?
I am, and good afternoon, love you. Dude, dude, me having... Why would she do that? Why would she go, Donald Trump is a rapist? Like, bro, that is the perfect clip. I'm gonna grift at least like $7 off of that in the next like couple of months. All right, that's my guess. Rezi is a childless cat man. I have children. They're just unfortunately annoying. All right, they're just very, very annoying, and they watch me on stream. It's nice.
What about that? What about the fact that Kamala Harris and the Democrat Party are coordinating talking points with the White House and Bill Maher to falsely accuse me?
Serious, good afternoon, love you. We're criticizing Laura Loomer for some stuff, doing a segment.
Of having an affair with President Trump. And you know who else posted this? Marjorie Taylor Greene's own intern. So Marjorie Taylor Greene's own intern, who was living in her house in Georgia, also posted these lies about me, insinuating, actually just openly stating that I was having an affair. So again, total disgusting lies, not true, didn't happen, absolutely an abomination that people are saying this. And I'm going to take legal action because they shouldn't be saying things like that about me. If I was a left-wing reporter and Republicans were saying this about me, there would be so much outrage, and they'd be saying these are misogynistic attacks, and look at the way that they're ganging up on a young woman, and they're trying to ruin her career.
I mean, fuck. Bro, she's calling out my soyness right now. Oh my God. What is happening? What is happening? Oh no. She's absolutely calling out my soyness here. Young? How old is she? She's 31. She's young. She's 31. No. She was born in 93, Critical Rad. She's 31, okay? People live really long lives now, all right? 31 can still sometimes be considered. It's a bit over the hill, but you know what I mean. Okay? A bit over the hill, all right? 31 is over. I'm 35, okay? All right, I'm 35. I know. I'm making my, yeah. how am I older than her? I mean, the years have been better to you. That is for fucking certain. Honestly, the worst part is I saw her before like the plastic surgery and like the gaudy ass makeup and shit. And like, I think she used to be real pretty. Like, I just don't care for any of this. Growling Arachnid, good afternoon, love you. I don't know, man. It's like, it's kind of one of those like sad things. And honestly, I hope that she's feeling good. You know, I hope that she likes it. I mean, if she's feeling herself and that's what it takes, by all fucking means, girl, go for it, you know? But that's the thing. Like, I personally am like, ugh. Like, I remember this one girl I was in college with, and I was like, wow, they look very similar, right? And that's it. I wish she's miserable. I hope that sometimes people can be happy, and then when they're happy, they just stop being so mean. I'm lying. I don't really like wishing ill on them. Anybody, okay? Anyways.
They're trying to sexualize her. Look at me. Do I look sexual to you? I mean, honestly, I'm always covered up. I make an effort to cover my chest. I don't show cleavage. I'm always wearing a pantsuit, or I'm wearing, you know, a dress. And even when I wear a dress, I wear like a cover underneath it so that nothing can ever be seen. I'm not a hoochie mama. I don't go out there and sexualize myself. I'm not really interested right now. As I've said before, my #1 priority is getting Donald Trump elected. I'm not really interested in trying to go pick up men and sexualize myself, and I'm not really interested in trying to, you know, be an object of sexual desire. Kamala Harris can't say the same, you know. We have video of her with Willie Brown. She was 29 years old when she was sucking his cock when he was 60 years old.
I gotta say though, dude. All right. I gotta say though, dude. Right. It is so weird to hear the way she says sucking his cock is like, it's a wild thing. This isn't defamation. I mean, you know, again, here's the thing, right? She can claim defamation, all right? Here's the thing. She can claim defamation. Understand that we are now at the point of catfight, all right? She is just catfighting. Via defamation, if it were to go to court, we get discovery. Okay? And if we get discovery, we get to see all of her catty, paragraph-long text messages. Guys, I'm behind Laura on this one. Let's get the defamation case going. Let's find out what's in those shits. Guys, we have to help some people sometimes, okay? Right? Would Bobby have fallen apart if it wasn't for Queeman's constant, iterant support and reminding Bobby that he has things to live for and to fight for and to stream for and make content for? Learn. You just need to learn. Is that the... Yeah. Yeah. There you go, buddy. There you go. Help us. Help all of us. Help Loki. Because if these people get in, they might try to execute Loki. Take him down to a little gravel pit. I'll fight my heart out. I will go first. But if you want to save Loki, you know what you need to do. Save him from the gravel pit. Okay, guys? Come on.
This is how she got her career started. And so even the other day when Tim Walz was speaking at an event, he referred to her as a young prostituter. Not a prosecutor, a young prostituter. So Freudian slip, anybody? Yeah, I know why he referred to her as a young prostituter, because she sucked Willie Brown's dick in order to get a job in politics. We're not all like you, Kamala, okay?
It's so catty. You know, you gotta give them that for the cattiness, but she is also a horrible, horrible Islamophobe freak.
Just like she said, I love saying it. They ain't like us. They ain't like us. Yeah, they ain't like us because they're not gonna suck a 60-year-old man's cock. Yep, Kamala Harris did. And she probably say it in that accent too. So, you know, I'm not going to be told or accused of...
Well, I thought that you guys were making fun of the fact that she doesn't have that accent, right? Why do you?
Doing things that I've never done.
Wouldn't she have to prove she's not fucking Trump? Those texts between them would be bizarre. Exactly. That's why this is a problem. Why is her voice the way it is? Because you can take the girl out of California, but you can never take the California out of the girl. It just makes you sound kind of dumb. Saysan, good afternoon, love you. Cernus, good afternoon, love you. I think you were here earlier. What's up? Long segment. I didn't realize like we're running over by like fucking 30 minutes at least so far.
I'm a very professional person. I don't work for President Trump. I don't engage in inappropriate activities or behavior with anybody. And so I don't really give a fuck either if they want to clip what I said tonight and they find it offensive. You know what I find offensive? You lying about me, trying to destroy a man's marriage, lying about me, trying to sexualize me and make me out to be some, you know, filthy harpy homewrecker, lying about me, calling me a 9/11 truther when I've done nothing but use my time and literally been canceled, okay, by the most powerful companies in the world for speaking out about Islamic terrorism. And I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh my God, I'll be a good girl. I'll be a good girl. I'll never speak about curry again. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'll go order a chicken tikka masala and naan right now. Please, please forgive me.
Naan sounds really good right now. This is such a weird... I didn't watch the whole thing, which probably was a bad idea because I thought she honestly was going to say the F slur at least once, right? It's just like, I'm just going to be honest, like, Laura is nuts. You're not wrong about, like, she is alert prone, dude. All right, it's good shit.
Companies in the world for speaking out about Islamic terrorism. And I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh my God, I'll be a good girl. I'll be a good girl. I'll never speak about curry again. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'll go order.
Notice how, like, she looks up. Fuck, I'm recording this for the thing. She's, like, looking up to be like, oh my God, are people enjoying this? And that's how she's literally trying to figure out whether her bits work. I literally just completely ignore you guys when I'm doing my bits. Like, this whole time, I occasionally have been looking at chat. Pretty much if I let the thing run for like 40 seconds, that means I'm eating a cracker and I'm looking at chat. Otherwise, you're gone to me. You're dead to me. I can't do it about you. I still like you guys, but you know what it is.
Okay? Chicken tikka down. I'm trying to sexualize and canceled, okay, by the most powerful companies in the world for speaking out about Islamic terrorism. And I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh my God, I'll be a good girl. I'll be a good girl. I'll never speak about curry again. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'll go order a chicken tikka masala and naan right now. Please, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'll delete my tweet. Fuck these people, okay? Fuck the media.
And I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you could even say, this is the problem with the age of the Giga Chad, right? She wins on like a lot of fucking lenses because it's like, oh yeah, she's not backing down. Like, okay, there you go. Age of the Giga Chad, manifest. All right. I want a succulent Chinese meal. And this is what I get. Grady HD. Good afternoon, love you. Okay. Is she like a righty? Furthest right you could possibly find. Nah, the age of the Giga Chad is coming to an end. I know. I'm aware. Because the age of the pedophile rises. I gotta cut that out of the video, don't I?
Fuck Kamala Harris. Fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene. Fuck Lindsey Graham. Fuck them all. I don't care. Let's play the clip of Caitlin Collins calling me an anti-Semite.
Okay, all right, we're good. That's as much as I want to get from that, right? Because that's what Loomer's response was. I won't do it, and I will sue them. And this, the slander things, you know, were reported on over here on Salon. Basically where, you know, she's basically saying, I am not in an arranged relationship with Donald J. Trump, former president of the United States. And then she doubled down on that with her Twitter post here. I should sue Bill Maher for defamation. This is beyond the pale and it's complete and blatant lie. I've never in my life seen such a coordinated attack by the mainstream media, the White House, and leftist personalities to target a private citizen and investigative journalist simply because I flew on a plane and I support Donald Trump. This is unacceptable and a full-blown lie and incredibly disrespectful to Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump. It's very obvious some type of memo went out because the reaction to what I said is completely overblown, and it's a full-blown character assassination campaign. It's a full-blown lie from Bill Maher, and he is maliciously and deliberately defaming me. And again, I would like to see what Discovery looks like. You know, I don't really want to suspect one way or the other whether this is actually happening. I want to point out the fact that there is a woman, one of arguably the worst women in modern politics, who is openly putting out hate speech towards people who practice Islam, towards anyone who disagrees with her. She attacks her allies just as viciously as she attacks her enemy, going ahead and drawing on these personal issues, not taking responsibility for her actions. Laura Loomer is a fiend, right? Sometimes we talk about this, right? Like, what is a person? You know, sometimes I'll call him a freak. I'll call him a ghoul. I'll call him a fiend. I'm calling her a fiend because Laura Loomer has gone ahead and made it a point that within Trump's inner circle, they are re-propagating a lie about a disadvantaged group of people who are legal citizens in this country. People who provide for this country, people who are paying taxes. And they don't even have the same full rights, often, as others of us do. They are a benefit. It's simply that. This lie that's being propagated is ruining their communities. It's forcing schools to be shut down. It's closing hospitals. It's stopping them from being able to meet so they can even support their fellow, to take care of themselves. These people are abating terrorism. They are pushing this out into the mainstream narrative. At the end of the day, they should be ridiculed for even suggesting these things, when at the same moment, we get to see people like Trump's son kill an elephant, take its tail, doing some sports hunting. We get to see people on the internet, on Facebook, make unverifiable claims, and that gets pushed out everywhere. And then the guy only comes forward to say he didn't want to do it so he could plug his YouTube channel. I say that Laura Loomer is a fiend because she probably does believe in all this shit. She probably is the font of evil manifest within a human carcass.